wanted to go over a corrupt gauntlet clear of mine and sort of talk about my tier 1 prep, because I do like tier 1 armor and tier 3 weapons. I've been getting pretty consistent clears, though I still find myself tripping up on the Hunlef. I feel like it's just such a chaotic fight. I don't know if I can... Either way. So I start out, I get some ore, move some stuff around in my inventory. I'm gonna drop the pickaxe here in a second, because I'm only doing tier 1 prep. Going through and organizing the inventory further, I feel like that's really kind of important. Collecting the linum there. And I'm going to go up here, and I feel like this is a little bit different than what I've seen before, or like what I saw in the guides initially. Like, I variated away from the guides that I learned from, and like, I'll go through and check the bosses, and if there's no bosses on that side, I'll quickly just get all the supplies and go to like another side, which obviously kind of makes sense. But we're going to go around the dragon and see what else is there. We got pretty much everything we need to make tier 1 armor in the first couple rooms. And that's why I've broken away from doing tier 2, because I used to do tier 2. I thought the damage from Hunlef was too much, so I wanted to have better armor, but since then I've really kind of like gone towards DPS. So get the armor and a weapon frame. We see that it was the melee boss, so we're gonna go and collect some more shards, and when we come back around to this side, we will take care of both of those bosses. I found that to be preferable if I find, like, because I go for ranged and mage, so if I find the melee boss, I used to not kill him. I used to just like go around, but that's kind of a mistake, because if you do take him out, then if you run into another melee boss, you can still get a different loot. So you won't get the corrupted spike, you'll get the whatever boss you haven't killed. So like, if you've killed the mage in the melee and you kill another melee, you'll get the corrupted bowstring. Running around, getting more shards. I'm going for about 260. Collecting some fish, got another weapon frame. I only do 3 potions. If you look at the wiki, their setup, it's pretty much exactly what I'm doing right now. They do tier 1, and then they get a couple potions and fish. Just a whole bunch of fish. I don't do the corrupt paddlefish. I think that's just like a waste of hit points. Like, you'll get more healing. Yeah, you'll eat more ticks, and like, it might take a little bit longer to kill the Hunlef, but you'll kill him, is the thing. And that's the thing that I've found with this particular setup anyways. And you know, it's not like this is set in stone. Obviously I can come back and change it too, you know, I can try different things. So, and that's part of the reason that I'm throwing this out there, because I haven't even started looking at other people's tier 1 prep. I just kind of started doing it, you know. And this is the result, and this is where I've been getting consistency. I like to use the boss to sort of safe spot from the other smaller enemies, or, you know, the terrain. Flicking my prayers here, or is that flicking? Is that lazy flicking? I don't know what that is. I believe that was lazy flicking. Gonna take care of the melee boss. Some more lazy flicking. feel like I could probably just skip this, but a little bit of noodling there. I believe that's what the community calls it, right? When you mess up your prayer flicking, just noodling. It's like you're trying, but you're not. You're just noodling around. I don't understand what noodling is. Or maybe I do. Maybe that is it. Alright, so now we're gonna go and check and see what boss is over here. I realized that I didn't get any water for my vials from my potions, so we're gonna get some water for the vials while we do some fishing. And make some potions while we're doing fishing. Crush some gems. Try to fill up with as much fish as possible. Decant the potions together. Opens up a inventory spot. And we run into another melee boss. Particularly fortunate. And this was actually like the first run that I kind of employed that tactic on, because I had run into it so many times. It's like, yeah, it might be worthwhile to just take care of the bear boss if you see him. And then look at that, I end up getting all the paddlefish I need too. Fumble around in the inventory trying to remember what I need and what I don't need. Almost make a horrible error. Wait, no, I don't need... That's right. I don't need crystal shards at this point. So yeah, I just go back and make my bow, cook the fish. 25 seconds left. It is very tight. Normally, I will say it doesn't take quite that long. A lot of the times I'm finishing with like 60 seconds left over, and then I'm going into the hunt life. So this one was on the edge, you know. Turning my prayers on. And beginning the fight. Switching, keeping an eye on the overheads. Mainly his. Eating when necessary. Flicking my prayers, because he shut him off real quick. Fumbling around with the prayers again. And I think this is part of what I'm like seeing as a problem, is that sometimes I'm like trying to preemptively switch, you know, and it's like that's not how that works. That can actually be kind of punishing if you hit him with the wrong attack style. Like if I were to hit him, I was just doing it there. I was hitting him with mage while he had the mage overhead. It's like you can't let that happen. So it's, you know, almost alluding back to like the TOA thing. And I feel like that's part of why I wanted to go over this again and sort of in my head and out loud, is because I've been in TOA now and I feel like I've gotten better. I feel like I'm way better than I was before with this. And I feel like that's mainly because of the Aka fight and the stay vigilant invocation, which makes you switch like mad. Especially if the team's bad. Or if you're just bad at Aka, it can be pretty challenging. Not that the Hunlift can't. I feel like this is still a struggle now, but I feel like I'm way better at it. Here, missing the prayer switch, or the attack switch. So I was hitting with the bow while he had the ranged overhead. Going through him, major mistake, take a 30. Trying to stay on the safe tiles. Obviously it wasn't safe at that point in time. Sneaking in a little hit as I'm kiting the tornadoes. Trying my best. He switch. Did he switch? No, there it is. Alright, and I switch too. Cool. And then he shuts off my prayers. Look at that. So many clicks. And we're back. Keeping the health up. I mean, ultimately it is a clear. So, like, I can't fault it. But I feel like there's things that I could clean up here. I feel like I'm struggling for some reason that I don't understand. Alright, yeah, so I got down to 12 there. I think you know, that might have just been panic. I wasn't listening to my don't panic tile. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, it cleans up towards the end there, I'd say. Definitely using all the supplies, but, you know. You could argue that's exactly the amount that I needed. Maybe a few more, I can't remember. Yeah. He's trying to kill me. He's trying to shut off my prayers and combo me. And the arena too, yeah. I feel like I just panicked and that's why I got down to 12. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.